What's going on, you guys? Daniel Ramirez Medina here, aka Slumpy, coming back at you with the local deck profile that I took to this weekend. I went undefeated, didn't go into a game 3 at all again. It was really nice to go back into locals and play again. It was a lot of fun. Definitely really missed the feeling, but without further ado, before we get started, I'd like to give a huge shout out to Imperium Duelist and Genesis, our sponsors for today's video, as well as our partners, Celestial Gaming and Team Dankdeal. So thank you guys, and let's go ahead and get into the deck profile. So first things first, 3 turquoise, 2 barrel canary, 2 wagtail, 2 sparrow, and 1 swallow. I'm trying to play as minimal in this deck because I'm not playing clear world right now, and this is without clear world, so just keep that in mind. I feel like this ratio is perfect for the bird ratio if you're not playing like too extender heavy. So that's 10 birds. It's all you really need, I think, in my opinion, especially with like the 3 bird call for the engine. The extender for the deck is 1-for-1, very good for this deck to be able to go into Nerf Volt, be able to go into your Leer list that you need to go into. For the Tri Brigades, I played 3 Fractal, 3 Nerf Volt, 1 Karas, 1 Kit, Tenki, and Oath. This is pretty much all the Tri Brigade stuff that you need for this deck. I feel like this was perfect, no more nor less. Ran perfectly. For the cards that you go into Apex Avion for the Smorg Link. And then the card that you can search in this deck is DD Crow as a hand traps, and this card's really good right now with Phoenix Enforcer being very popular in the format. It's also just really good against like Phantom Knights, and this card's also an out to when they go into the Scythe combo, so another out for the deck. For hand traps, I played 3 Gamma, 1 Driver. I didn't play any other hand traps. This hand trap is going to go in first and go in second so that you don't get drolled and so that you're enabled to extend your combos. When you special summon Gamma, if you're wondering what you're going to go into, you're going to be going into some Morg Link. You're going to be using these 2 and another Wing Beast. And then spells, I played 3 Prosperity. I played Prosperity because I didn't have access to my Small Worlds. They're still coming in the mail, so this is without Small World, and I feel like this card's very powerful in this deck. Being able to search for the piece that you really need is really good. 1 Call by the Grave, 3 Droplet, and then the last 3 cards are 2 Feather Storm, Harpy's Feather Storm, and 1 Feather Duster. I feel like this engine was perfect. Didn't think you really needed anything else. The Droplet is good going first or going second. Same thing with the Feather Storm. The Feather Storm is to enable like you win game 1. Also being able to just like search Feather Duster when you're under Mystic Mine is really good too. And then the Call by obviously to stop hand traps. 40 cards in the main deck. For the extra deck, I played 3 Recital Starling, 1 Nightingale, 1 Ensemble Raven, the Utopia package with 1 Future and 1 Draco Future, and the Zeus for the XCs. So these are all the XCs I didn't play. I didn't play Downer because I felt like it wasn't necessary. The 3rd Recital did come up a lot, and it's also really good to banish off a pot if you already know you're going to combo. Usually when you're thinking about what you're going to banish off a pot, when you're going first, you're banishing like access, you're banishing some cards in the extra deck that we'll go into next. But when you're going second, you're pretty much banishing the Utopic cards because you're not really going to go into these, depending on the matchup, of course. And then for the Link monsters, we played 1 Armorage, 1 Double Dragon Lords, 1 Samorg Link, 1 Fergie, 1 Omen, and the last 2 cards that I decided to play for this event were Desperate Doommingle and Access Code. This was mainly because I saw a lot of Phantom Knights, and this card's also good against Striker, and I wanted to play Access Code again to see if it was really necessary, and it came up one of the games for me to be able to kill my opponent. I had actually activated Prosperity earlier in the turn, and I had to make Access Code with the combo with 3 Recital Starlings and Nightingale to be able to kill my opponent. It was crazy. That's it for the extra deck. Like I was saying, the other 2 cards that you banish off of Prosperity when you're going first is you can banish these 2 as well, depending on if you know the matchup as well. And then for the side deck, it's pretty standard except for the last couple cards. I played 2 Lancia, 3 Lightning Storm, 3 Mystic Mine, 3 Dark Wheeler No More, Imperial Order, and Anti-Spell, and then the last 2 cards I played for this local specifically was Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. Now this is because I saw a lot of Phantom Knight players at my locals, and I thought maybe if I go into a game 3 I need to guarantee my win. This card's also just really good when you're playing against those like random zombie decks that play like dark monsters, so that was the reason for me playing that for this weekend. But other than that, the scores are right to the left of your screen. Those are my rounds, 4 rounds, 2-0 to everybody. And without further ado, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next video.